Hey guys, it's Wednesday, dudes, as Angelina Scott would say. Hey, throw some cool sayings in the chat. I'll try to use them throughout the week. So, today we're going to go ahead and we're going to start adding fractions with unlike denominators. Now, I'm pretty sure in 4th grade you guys already added and subtract fractions with like denominators. Well, it's pretty much the same thing, but the first thing we're going to have to do is find the least common denominator. So the least common denominator of two fractions is the least common multiples of the denominator. So for instance, if we had a fraction with a denominator of 2 and 3, we would find the least common multiple, which would be 6. And right now I'm going to show you how to do it. So the first thing you guys need to make sure is you have your table of contents updated. I didn't do this in the video. I'm trying to make the video a little bit shorter since it's Wednesday and it's a short day. Our topic, 9-3, adding fractions with unlike denominators. Our essential question today is how can you add fractions with unlike denominators? So if you need to go ahead and pause the video, get caught up to here, go ahead and do that. I'm going to try to move at a pretty good pace, so that way the video should be about 5 minutes is my goal for today. So the first example I would like to use is the example in the book. At the top of our book it says, Alex rode his scooter from his house to the park. Later he rode from the park to the baseball practice. How far did Alex ride? So first thing you got to do is choose an operation. And I know that I need to add these together because in the picture I see two different distances. How does the map help you solve the problem? Well, the map in the picture shows the baseball field and the house. And once again, this is on the top of page 208. It shows that between his house and the park was a half a mile, and between the baseball field and the park was a third of a mile. So right there, I know that I'm going to have to add 1/2 plus 1/3. Well, I can't add if my denominators are different. So the first thing I need to do is find my least common denominator. Now, there's a simple trick of all fractions to find a denominator is we could multiply the two denominators together, which would give us 6. But that isn't always the least common denominator. And the reason why we want to find the least common denominator is so that when we solve the problem, it's easier to simplify. Because let's say if we had 5 and 10 here, that would give us 50. But 50 is not the least common denominator of 5 and 10. So the easiest way to find the least common denominator is we need to list the multiples of 2 and 3. So we're going to do multiples of 2, multiples of 3. So we're going to start at 2, I'll give it to you in a second. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Let's stop there. And then we're going to have 3, 6, 9, 12. So now that we've listed the multiples, we need to just find the least common one. 2, no. 4, no. 6. So we need to rewrite our problem, and this is where I should see all your guys' work. We're going to have 1/2 somehow equals something over 6. What do we have to multiply to get to 6? Well, that's by 3. So whatever we do to the bottom, we need to do to the top. So it would be 3 6, and then on the other one, we're going to have 1/3 equals 1/3 something over 6. So what do we need to multiply 3 by to get to 6? And that's 2. And then we got to do the same thing to our numerator. Whatever we do to the denominator, we do to the numerator. So 1 times 2 is 2, and that gives us 2 6. So then we need to add, and I'm going to do it down here because I kind of ran out of room. I'm going to add 3 6 plus 2 6, and that's going to equal 5 6. So Alex rode his bike 5/6 of a mile. Okay, now I'm going to do some guided practice questions. And for guided practice, and that's on page 208, I want you guys to do 2 through 6 even. Okay, I'm already at 5 minutes. So I'm going to do number 1 for you guys. Number 1 says the directions are find each sum, simplify if necessary. So it's 1/2 plus 2/9. Let me erase this so I can write it bigger. 1/2 plus 2/9 equals. So the first thing I have to do is find the least common multiple of 1/2 and 2/9. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to list my multiples of 2, multiples of 9. So I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Let's stop there because I'm kind of running out of room. So I stopped at 20 if you can't see it on my paper. Let me slide my computer up some more so you guys can see it all. Okay? Then I'm going to do 9, 18, 27. So now I can automatically see that 18 and 18 is going to be the least common multiple. So right now, right here, I need to put 1/2 equals something over 18, 2/9 equals something over 18. And this is how it should look on your paper, right here. Then I need to find out, well, how many times does 2 go in 18? Well, that's 9 times. 9 times 2 is 18, so 1 times 9 is 9. So 1/2 is equivalent to 9/18. Okay? The second thing I need to do is, how many times is 9 going in 18? Well, that's 2. So 9 times 2 is 18. So I need to multiply this by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So 9 plus 4 is going to be 13. And then I bring down my denominator. Guys, every single time we're adding, I should see these steps right here that show how you went from 1/2 to 9/18. Times by 9, times by 9, times by 9, times by 2. Okay? So go ahead and try 2 through 6 even and make sure you get your work checked. Have a great day, guys. I'm sorry that the video went 2 minutes longer than I wanted it to.